I don't remember what the swastikas were on the side of the Fort Sackville. Something makes me think that it was a swastika. I remember that it was a weekend day and that you and me and Joey met in your brother's room to discuss the symbols and when might be responsible for putting it up and who might be responsible for putting it up. We then took it off from your garage at full speed to investigate. We came to the conclusion that the groundskeeper at the Brook Street Cemetery, Tim, red 8687 Ford F-150, was our prime suspect. I wish I could remember the symbol better. See you Christmas break for some truck hunting and tire spinning. Donald. If Andy Warhol was blind, how we perceive the world and interact with it is primarily a visual experience. Checking the news, walking down the street, or shopping, we rely on our eyes. But what if a person is blind? Walking into the grocery store, how would they distinguish between a can of corn or peaches? Now let's take that thought and switch it. What if walking into a grocery store, everything was on the shelves was white with all the information written in Braille? Then how would the sighted distinguish between a can of corn or peaches? Anna Gustafsson. Starting Over is a physical and digital record of a solitary durational performance that took place in Windsor, Ontario, Canada, over an uninterrupted 55-hour, 16-minute, and 39-second span of time. During that period, I manually extracted every beard hair from my face, one hair at a time, using a pair of surgical tweezers. Each hair was then placed directly into a specimen jar. Immediately following, 2 photographs were taken remotely, one at the front of my head and one at the back. The actual time length of the overall process determined the duration of the performance. Just as clothing and other coated-in objects become encrusted in memories of the places that have been worn, events they've been part of, or the people who have come into contact with them, human hair becomes a cemetery filled with the living gravestones of our past relationships and experiences. However, unlike an old and tattered pair of shoes, which can easily be removed and placed on the top shelf of a dark closet for future reminiscence or disposal, hair stays with us. Dyed, cut, or shaven, the roots remain hidden beneath our skin, sheltered by their follicles. Therefore, it is only through their meticulous and complete removal that one might extricate oneself physically from the past and begin anew. Stephen Mueller. Jean-François Bouchard. Still life explores the surprising relationships that people entertain beyond sexuality with vibrantly elastic erotic dolls. Treated as spouses in all respects, these female replicas play a role in the daily emotional lives of an ever-increasing number of men. I think relationships with humans are only temporary. I can bond with an inanimate object. I get attached to physical stuff. If people wanted real relationships, full of drama, control, and pseudo-emotions, then fine, let them have it. I'll stick with dolls, mainly because I find real women to be a waste of time. Person 7. When she returns from repairs, it will be pretty much like a second honeymoon. Dave Cat. There are worse things than living with dolls, like living alone. Everard. Embrace is a personal exploration through the comfort and protection we place on one's surroundings, or the lack of which that is provided. Through sculptures that range in size from 2 feet wide and 3 feet tall to 1 foot wide and 1.5 feet tall, reveal the need we have for comfort and protection in all stages of our lives. Corey Wood. please take a piece of sky. Living in Victoria is wonderful because we are blessed with wonderful weather. In summer, we are under such a beautiful sky, which changes its color and the pattern of clouds every hour. The sky is always above us. However, when the weather turns to autumn and winter, the sky gets covered with heavy clouds. By November, I usually start to feel a bit down until I see patches of blue sky in the spring again. That is when I realized how the sky plays such a big part of our spirit. Koko Nakabayashi.